Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, and in today's video I have this, my 2024 Honda CBR600RR, and we've got some really cool parts to upgrade. Now unfortunately they are not performance related, not just yet anyway, but they are cosmetic and also to help protect this bike. So let's dive in and start off with the first upgrade. The first thing I done when I got this bike in the garage was I removed the rear pillion pegs straight away, and as you can see it does kind of leave the rear brake reservoir quite exposed. And also you would have two holes here. Now this is a absolutely fantastic cheap little fix for you guys. You can go to Halfords and use the trim panel buttons here, and it is code 341, and they fit in there absolutely perfectly. They haven't fallen out on me yet. Let me go get something to get it out. So remove both those panel pieces. So these trim buttons have to be the cheapest options from Halfords. Quite simple, quite stylish, wasn't a problem for me, but I suppose your rear brake reservoir isn't exactly protected. And this is where Evotech come in handy. And we've got this bracket from Evotech, let's get it fitted. And the first little part to put on is this hose clamp, followed by the bracket. You have to line it up and put it through the clamp. And then we have this tiny like M5 machine screw that then goes in the back of that hose clamp and threads into the back of the bracket. And that is the Evotech bracket now fitted and protecting that rear brake reservoir. It does look pretty stylish. It blends in really nice with the bike. So guys, let me know, do you prefer this £40 version or my Halfords trim button £2.50 version? God, this is horrible. I'm well high up. Hopefully you can see me and I don't fall off. But we've got some tank grips from EaziGrip. Now, when I'm out on the back roads or hitting a roundabout and you're sort of leaning in, obviously you're squeezing with your legs, but with the levers, I'm just sort of sliding all over the tank, probably scratching up quite a lot as well. So a set of tank grips is going to help us sort of squeeze the tank, keep our legs where we need them, and when we lean in, it's going to be so much smoother and just a lot nicer to feel. So let's get them installed. And honestly, there is no greater smell than a tank grip. I don't know what it is, they just smell amazing. My tank's pretty clean, but it comes with a little alcohol wipe, so you might as well just give it a gentle clean. And then we're going to stick this right about there. That is 20 times better. I thought it was going to be a white little sort of button, but it's not. I'm not convinced that that is my best bit of work. Probably doesn't look too bad on the camera, but you can kind of see like a few little air bubbles in there. But like I say, with it being sort of see-through, I think that's kind of the only thing with it. But black just really wouldn't go with this bike. So we're going to leave that. It says on the packet 48 hours. We're not going to be probably riding the bike for 48 hours, so I'm going to just go ahead and do the other side as well. And next up, we've got a box from GBRacing. Let's take a look what we've got. So we've got a brake lever guard, because you have to run one of these on track days. And then we've got some side casing covers as well for the engine. Next, we do need to remove a few bolts. Let's get these ones out. And then we torque that to 10 Newton meters. Now, can we get this last one without scratching everything? I should be able to. I'm just making my life a little bit easier and just making this fairing a bit looser. Let's slot in like that, lovely. And there we go, there's our GBRacing covers. Just look so discreet, I really like them, and they actually go really well with the HRC oil cap as well. Let's now fix the GBRacing brake lever guard. I already know that this bar end will be super tight, they always are. So I'm going to put a piece of cloth over there. There we go. We got it. So now we have to try to get this tube out from inside. So I'm going to thread the original screw back in a bit. Let's get them pliers back. Give it a yank. And sort of depress these tabs in here. I'm about to pull the bike over, but it is coming. There we go. And that's the old one out. And then we simply just slide the new one in. And there we go, our GBRacing brake lever guard looking really cool and sleek. Again, just blends in with the bike, really like the products. Nice and super strong. Can't beat it, can you guys? Now let's move the bike over and get the last cover on. So cover on, screws in, and again, torque to 10mm. And there we go, that's the other GBRacing cover. That is now all the GBRacing products fitted to the bike. There is one sort of small little upgrade that I'm hoping will make the bike look a little bit better, and it's cheap as chips, so let me show you what it is. Evotech actually do a rear tail tidy for this bike, but for the best part of 200 quid, I don't think it looks any different than this one. But if someone has one, let me know in the comments if you think it is any different. So if anyone from Evotech is watching, send me one out, we'll put it on the bike and we'll compare to my £20 option. Well, it was actually less than £20, I think. So this is basically a 3D printed bit of plastic that someone's obviously done at home, and I think it's going to work out. Let me show you. Because at the moment, of course, we have to have these rear reflectors somewhere on the rear of the bike to pass an MOT, but this is basically just going to be a delete, so it should put our plate that little bit higher and maybe just sort of alter the angle to sort of give it a little bit more of a stealth look. I have tried to look, we have got a big bracket there, and then obviously we've got the integrated LED lights anyway, so I think this could be the best option, and for 20 quid, I think it's worth a go. So first thing to do is remove the plate. Now that should be nice and loose because I never do it up too tight. And then the plate. And then just either side of this bracket we've got two 5mm screws as well that have got to come out. So with all the screws out, I think that just pops out now. Oh yeah, there we go. Slides out and get rid of that ugly piece. And then, I'm guessing, we just mount this through there. Okay, so off camera, I just quickly measured this. It is actually 7 inches, and there is a tiny little divot in the middle. I don't know if you had to see that on the camera, and that is actually the halfway point. So all I need to do is line that up with the line that runs down the middle, and that is going to be bang in the middle. Now, the whole purpose of this is to get the plate as high as we can, so I am just going to put this up really high, hopefully with the light on and the plate in place. It should look okay. I'm just going to absolutely send it and just put it there. Why not? Now, I do believe it come with a packet of bolts. Either they were just the perfect ones I had left out on the bench, or it was in the kit. I'm not too sure. So it sits in like that. And then we can slide our plate through there now. That actually worked out a treat. So 25mm that side. 25mm that side. So where it is bang in the middle. And there we go. So for £20, I'm really happy with that. It's brought the plate up 35mm and changed the angle, which actually does make a bit of a difference. It probably isn't an overall massive difference. And some of you might be thinking, why would you spend £20 to move a plate 35mm? But it does make it look a lot better, and it's also got rid of that little reflector in there. Now, yes, I know someone will comment saying it will not pass an MOT. Most tail tidies aren't MOT worthy, and when we go for an MOT, we will swap it back. If there's any police officers watching, get off the channel, it's not for you. Oh, and also, I've been shopping on Temu. I mean, from back here, it looks like Vincent van Gogh has painted these, but when you get up close, I mean, that is definitely not the Red Bull logo. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the logos are pretty terrible. Even the Michelin man, he has seen better days, and I'm sure that's supposed to be HRC. Oh, talking of HRC, I do have a couple of stickers somewhere. Let me find them. And that actually genuinely reminded me that I did buy some HRC stickers from Honda, and I see it on a forum, I think on Facebook, that someone put a HRC sticker here, and it looked pretty good. So I'm not claiming this. This is off a post off Facebook, so shout out to that person. Like that. There we go. That actually looks pretty cool. I like that. Hopefully they're about right. Give or take. There we go, we've got some HRC stickers on there looking pretty cool. And actually, I did get 2 GBRacing stickers as well, which I thought might look pretty cool on the blue down here. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way those stickers come out. They look pretty cool there on the blue. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, whether you like them on the bike or whether they may be a bit too much for you. But back to the Temu order. I'm actually going to throw them on the wall here, so when the bike's there, it should look pretty cool. Let me show you. And the Temu garage is starting to take place. I actually, honestly love them. I mean, the posters themselves are like not even £4 from Temu. The frames are like a tenner from Amazon. So I've spent about 30 quid on frames and probably not even a tenner on the actual like posters themselves. I mean, when you get close, you can completely tell they are from Temu. But honestly, I really like them. We've got Marc Marquez and the GOAT himself, Rossi, having a battle in between. You know, that's going to split a lot of people. Go down in the comments and tell me who you think is the greatest MotoGP rider. For me, I love the pair of them, honestly. I mean, we could go on all day talking about MotoGP. And actually, I've been sidetracked because the postman has just been, and he's dropped off probably the best mod for a track day. So let me show you, while I get it unboxed, you guys go down to the comments and tell me who your favourite MotoGP rider is. It either one of these two? There is other legends out there. And again, it is from Evotech, and we have some mirror blank-off plates. So one of the first things when you get to the track, they'll tell you either have to take your wing mirrors off or fold them in. Now, if you haven't got the tools or a blanking plate, you're just going to have to fold them in, and I think that's more of a distraction. So let's get them removed and put the Evotech blanking plates on. So all I'd need to do if I was going to a track day in my backpack is just throw one Allen key in there. So then that way I can use the mirrors going to the track, and then once I get there, it's literally a 10-second job just to remove both the Allen key bolts. And then in the kit you get the bolts and the washers. And there we go, that's the blanking plates from Evotech Performance fitted, and looks really cool. I mean, any sports bike, a mirror delete just looks so much cleaner. There we go guys, head down to the comments and let me know what you think about the little upgrades I've done to this bike, just to make it track ready and have a better all-round track experience. I actually have a track day booked in 2 weeks time, but it has to be a complete road going bike. It excludes things like the R6 track bike. Yes, we have it back. Wow, I've got the dyno figures. It made some unreal power. So guys, you're going to want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, because the next video is probably going to be on the R6, and it is going to be this close to getting it on the track. But back to my track day. So it's either take the CBR600RR or take the Tiger 1050 Sport. Now I really want to take the Tiger Sport. I think just a few laps around Brands on a proper touring bike would be a lot of fun. Now I know you guys are going to want to see the 600RR on track, but if anything was to happen, I would probably cry. Whereas if I, dropped that, I'd probably just leave it there and let one of you guys pick it up. So get down to the comments, let me know what you'd rather see, 600 or the 1050 on track. I really want to take the 1050, so I'll leave it maybe up to you guys and see who votes for which. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because the R6 is going to be on track soon. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.